Now, if I were my card, I don't know where I'd be, but I know what I'm talking about because we're talking about Just Bagels out of the Bronx with that special process that Cliff Nordquist has perfected for us all. And Stacy Stoffer is with us to talk all about it. So this is Just Bagels, Customer Choice Award winner time and time and time again, because look at that pull. Look at that. You're really good at that, Stacy. Oh, there's my card. I see it.
Well, when
it
you
was
love
hiding.
something
Whoop.
so much, you know how to baby it and hold it and take care of it.
To treat it with care and love.
It.
Now, this is something that is brand new today. And just a reminder, one time only means the price goes away at the end of our 3-hour show. And this is the only day this month that this offer is going to be presented to you. $1.66 a bagel is insanity.
Especially for a New York bagel,
true,
not New York-like.
No, a New York bagel.
Got it.
So let me walk you through the offer real fast because you're getting 24 of them in total. They're 4 ounces each. Now you can do all of them in the plain, all 24 in the plain. Or you can get a little creative and you can combo it up with some other flavors. With those combos, you can do 12 plain and 12 Asiago. You could do 12 plain and 12 sesame. Or you could do 12 Asiago and 12 sesame and skip the plain altogether. And I know we always say plain and we're like, it's not plain.
No,
there's nothing plain about
classic,
it.
not at all.
It's classic. So this is M135596. No auto delivery on this. So if you're entertaining for the season, this is the time to pick them up. Stacy Stoffer, I'm so happy to see you. I always am.
I know, and I'm so happy to bring this collection because it's been a while since Asiago bagels have been here at QVC.
They fly out the
We've
door.
made you wait a while, but these are 3 great flavors from the classic Sesame Asiago. But what makes Just Bagels such a hit? Well, it's these 5 steps that our owner Cliff does at his bakery in the Bronx. You see it right there, that make a difference. First, bringing in water from the Catskill Mountains.
That's the key.
Why is that key? Because it's the perfect pH balance for making pasta, pizza, and bread. Then it's all the other ingredients. We add malt and molasses to the dough to build depth of flavor. Nothing artificial, no artificial flavors, preservatives, no tree nuts, no peanuts. We age the dough. Big guys can't do it. It takes too much time. 10 to 12 hours to help build the chew in the crust. We then boil the bagels, because if you don't boil a bagel, Julia, what is it?
Just bread.
Just bread with a hole in it. And then what we do is we bake it in a 500-degree hearth steel plated oven. Those are the bagels taking a ride down the conveyor belt to cool off, because the day we bake is the day we ship. These are going to be super fresh, not sitting around on a supermarket shelf. And it's all about that beautiful golden crust on the outside and that soft, tender chew on the inside. This is the sesame.
Okay.
So our plain bagel always starts with that malt and molasses, the classic. Right. Now this is just like that, the classic, but with that added texture of a crunch on top with those sesame seeds, which also add a little nuttiness.
Ooh,
I like starting with this one this time of year because a lot of us are grilling burgers and making sandwiches for lunch, especially for the kids because they're home from school. This elevates any sandwich, like turkey and cheese, ham and cheese. It could be a white fish salad, tuna fish salad.
Yum.
You want that crunch and nuttiness of that sesame bagel.
Okay, already 300 have been picked up. We just started this presentation. Look, I know you get really excited when we have Just Bagels. I do too, because they are the best bagels. I was at the fancy food show in Las Vegas, and Cliff was there. We were hanging out. Well, I wore heels the whole day. Like, who does that? I know.
It was your first time.
It was my first time.
And
he was like, come back here. Come, I have a chair for you. And I was sitting there for just to take a little load off for a moment. And everyone who passed his booth, they're like, a real New York bagel. They tried it, and every single person's like, best bagel I've ever had. I'm going to get in on this Asiago.
Okay, the Asiago, it is back, baby. So what it is, it's our classic bagel with the malt and molasses. But then on top, what you're seeing, even on the underneath, that is actual real shredded melted Asiago cheese. And if you don't really know or can think of what the flavor of Asiago is like, Asiago is as if you took a white sharp cheddar and Parmesan cheese and married them. So creamy, buttery, little bit of tang, but oh so good. And look at that. You get actual cheese chunks that just melt beautifully. All you're doing is toasting that bagel. This is so, so good. It's taking everything in me not to pop this in my mouth right now.
Okay, well, I am gonna do it.
You're gonna do it.
I'm
Good.
gonna do it for the both of us. Don't say I'm not here for you.
This one, just a little bit of butter is fine because you feel like you're eating like a cheese plate, but then you're filling your belly with an edible hug from the bagel, right? And then what's beautiful, of course, you can make a pizza bagel, the ultimate pizza bagel with this one for the kids for lunch. Just slice it in half, a little bit more Asiago and mozzarella on top, and some sauce.
Unreal.
Yeah, isn't
that
it
cheese
amazing?
that's just sort of like crusted on the top has such like this burst of flavor to it. I don't have to put anything on it.
No.
Honestly. I did smother it in vegetable cream cheese because that's my favorite.
Okay, well, I love that idea. The veggie cream cheese with that.
Can I just remind everybody before we get into the plane what the offer is?
Okay.
Because you're getting 24 in total. That works out to be $1.66 a bagel. I dare you to go to any bagel shop, any coffee shop to pick up a bagel and find a lesser than, by far, bagel for $1.66. You're getting 24 of them. You can do all 24 in the plain. You could do combos after that, where you can get 12 of the plain with 12 of that Asiago that I was just literally drooling over, 12 of the plain with 12 of the sesame, or you can do 12 Asiago and 12 sesame. And that has been the most popular. $39.98 is our one-time only price. That goes up at the end of our show. It's a 3-hour show. There's no auto delivery, so stock up. So we're gonna talk about the plain, and then we're gonna talk about how these come to you and what the next steps are.
Okay, so again, that plain, that classic, this is where it starts at its core. So look at that beautiful golden crust on the outside. And again, you want that kind of like soft little shatter. We are able to do that. Yeah, we are able to do that because of aging the dough, which a lot of the big bakeries can't do because it just takes too much time, too much space. We do it. Then you get that beautiful, soft chew on the inside, tender yet filling. It gives you that bite that you want. It's that bagel that truly eats like a meal, and it's just delicious. The malt and molasses, the depth of flavor. This is the perfect canvas for anything you want to do with it. Jelly, peanut butter, a hazelnut spread if you want to turn it into a sweet treat. But look at that. That is just so amazing. Here we're doing sesame. I know, because we have the sesame, the burger with the sesame, your Rastelli burgers that you have picked up and have ready to go for this summer season, especially for 4th of July. Amp it up with that bagel.
Did they put the sausage links that are coming up in the show from Rastelli's also on top of the burger?
Oh, they do. Hello, Rastelli's with the sausage.
We're not joking around. We could also put that sausage on top of the egg sandwich. Oh, they did. Look at that. Christmas. They did do it. This is a must-have. So this is how they come to you.
Yeah.
Stacey's going to show us.
Okay, so remember, we use nothing artificial. There's no preservatives. Again, peanut, tree nut free. Here's the thing. The day we bake these, is the day we ship. You're going to get these. They're going to be super fresh. I need you, and promise me to trust me on this, throw them in the freezer. Actually, the flavor of the Asiago and the sesame will even develop better.
Really?
Now, what? Absolutely, 100%. A lot of baked goods, it's a freeze You freeze it, and it sometimes can get better when you pull it back out and defrost it.
I don't know that.
Certainly
and I
with
trust
our bagels.
anything that Stacey Stoffer says.
Well, thank you.
She comes up with like the best recipes. She's an amazing cook, mom, and
thank you so much. I
love
appreciate that. And then when you want to serve it, what do? Take it out of the freezer, pop it in the microwave for about 20 seconds. That'll soften it up. Go ahead and slice it. Of course, we have an easy bagel slicer right here. You can get on QVC.com too if you're nervous about slicing bagels.
I'm nervous about slicing bagels.
And I'm certainly nervous when my teen boys are home and I'm not there to cut them. It's one thing I still cut for my boys, the bagels. Yeah, I want them to go to, live their life with their hands. Anyway, and then slice it, pop it in a toaster, pop it in an air fryer, pop it in a toaster oven, make a spread of lox for a Sunday brunch.
My favorite. I would take just the plain bagel, some plain cream. Oh, a chive cream cheese is one of my favorites.
Ooh.
Spread that, and I put a lot of cream cheese on it, FYI.
That's good for
And then some lox. This is everything I want. The capers, the red onion, the tomato, and I also like a little lemon zest on top of it.
Now, see that little bright citrus?
Yeah, little brightness that just
really
brings it to life.
That's a good trick. See, you have
I got
them
a little,
too, not
I
just
got a
me.
trick or two up my sleeve.
Yes, exactly. So that's why you watch Gourmet Holiday, the good food, and then the little tips that you get.
The tips and tricks.
Look at that. That's the cheese.
Oh my
Again,
gosh.
shredded fresh Asiago cheese that's melted and all baked on top and on the bottom. Look at that. If this could just be the one thing that can get you through the day, it's this bagel. If you love charcuterie, if you love cheese, if you want the, hey, have this with a little glass of red vino.
Okay.
I'm no judge. Like, that's
You
a
don't
girl
have to
dinner.
ask me
That's a
twice.
girl dinner,
That is a girl dinner.
right?
I'm good at girl dinners. I'm good at girl math. I'm good at all the girl stuff. Over 800 orders have already been placed. I'm going to go through the offer again before I put this little piece in my mouth because I can't stop. They're so good. It's been like this.
It's true.
You know, Cliff and I started at QVC almost at exactly the same time.
Oh my
And we
goodness.
did this thing called guest class, and I wasn't even on air yet. You'll remember because she was a host with me. And that's how we met. It was in his guest class.
That's great.
And he sent me home with bagels.
Oh, because he's a good man.
He's
still
good
there at the
man.
company. He's always there every day. And let me just tell you, he would be here, but he needs his beauty rest.
Yes, he does.
So
yes, he does indeed.
So I'm
but
going
his
in for him.
anniversary is my anniversary, so we always congratulate each other on our QVC
We
anniversary.
you and Cliff need to come up with an anniversary flavor bagel.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay. Yeah, everybody agrees. I
Cliff.
just heard them in my ear.
Cliff.
Yep. Cliff,
me,
you
buddy.
watching? I know he's watching right now.
I'm sure he is. 24 is what you are getting. Stock up on this because there's no auto delivery. Each one is huge, weighing in at 4 ounces each. Now, in your 24, you can do all 24 in the plain. That blank canvas can do anything with it. How many, Ellen, I'm sorry? Only 400 remain if you want all 24 in the plain. Then you can do a little combo action, as I like to call it, where you can do 12 plain and 12 Asiago. You can do 12 plain, 12 sesame. Only 400 there, or you can do 12 Asiago and 12 sesame. That's been the most popular. That's when you skip the plain altogether, but I'm telling you, don't sleep on that plain. It's so good, it makes everybody happy, but there is not a flavor in Cliff's assortment from Just Bagels that doesn't make you happy.
Yeah, each one is so good. And again, it starts with just high quality ingredients and those 5 things that Just Bagels does that none of the bigger bakeries and certainly the supermarket bakeries can do. Again, look at that is just, I'm gonna pop, that's just the cheese melted on the bottom of the Asiago. The New York water, the aging of the dough, the natural ingredients, the baking it at perfection and shipping it the day we bake so you get the freshest of the fresh.
I just want to like dip that in like warm marinara sauce.
I don't know if you can hear
I
that.
can hear it. I don't know if it's being picked up on the mic.
That's
Over
a bagel.
1,000 orders have been placed at $39.98, but only until the end of our show today. Then the price will go up, but right now it's $1.66 a bagel. It's M135596 and $13.33. Brings it home on your Easy Pay and ships for free, as does all of our